Today we take a look at the rules for siege weapons, paint up an Uruk-Hai demolition team, and continue our back to basics crafting videos with modular towers, which finishes off our cardboard fortress build. I'm Mike, and in this series we're working our way through all 91 issues of battle games in Middle-earth. We open with the heroes of Helms Deep, which includes a short overview of Theoden's retreat into the Great Hall and his desperate last charge out of the Hornburg. The next pages give us an overview of siege weapons, specifically those carried by the Uruk-Hai demolition team that we paint up with this issue. Let's take a closer look at the demolition charge. 2 Uruk-Hai can carry the charge their full 6 inches of movement, while a single model can carry the charge but they can only move half distance. To detonate it, it needs to be in contact with a door or some kind of terrain like a wall, and a model that's carrying a torch like this one. Before they detonate it, they've got to pass a courage check, and if successful the charge detonates and it inflicts damage on the terrain and any model within 2 inches. Get some rules on battering rams, which I won't go over too much detail, and some on raising the ladders. There is no new battle game this week, but what we do get over the following pages is the wrap up of the final part of the battle report that started in the last episode. Aragorn becomes trapped and he has to use his heroic moves to fight his way through and rejoin Gimli. And we get one determined warrior down here that manages to fend off 6 Uruk-Hai, and he holds them off for 3 full turns before he's finally taken down, so he really is the true hero of this battle. He buys Aragorn just enough time to retreat back to the Hornburg and bar the doors. It finishes with a conclusion from Richard and Mark, who we've seen in previous episodes. They tend to do a lot of the battle games in the magazines. In the painting workshop, we paint up this Uruk-Hai demolition team. I'm really pleased with how mine came out. I think they look really good and they read really well on the tabletop. I've started doing a second stage of refinement. Typically I will do a speed paint pass and tend to call that done. But what I've been doing with these ones, if I bring this in focus, is I've been doing that speed paint pass and then really focusing in on the highlights and adding some extra details, so we get a nice clean model. I've got the separate video on how I paint up my Uruk-Hai, so you can pop over there if you want to have a look. And I've also included a PDF guide which is free over on Patreon, so you can head over there and grab a copy if you want to follow along. We cover how we paint up all the models. So I didn't really follow the guide so much. It does create a nice sort of looking Uruk-Hai, but I wanted to really do my own method. In the modelling workshop, we build the fortress towers. This is the final stage in what turned out to be an epic cardboard castle build. I'll include a few videos of that here. The towers themselves are pretty simple to make, just a square box with some decoration trim, and we cut various different sort of designs and slits into each one, and we build that over a number of levels. Again, I've got a separate video on exactly how I created mine, so you can head over to that video if you want to create a copy for yourselves. And I also have a PDF over on Patreon, which again steps you through everything along with all the other PDF guides for building your entire fortress. One thing I haven't done yet is the doors. I left mine open because I didn't want to carve into the walls. I wanted to sort of leave them closed, but I have left enough space, particularly on these 4-inch builds, where we can have a door on here. So I'm currently wondering whether to do a separate one where we create steps and maybe decorate inside a few of these. I'll decide whether I do that or not. It depends on time, really. And that brings us to the end of this magazine. We have a couple of new patrons to welcome this week. So thank you and welcome to Jamie and Ben Haig. And as always, thank you for the support of all the patrons who continue to support me on this journey. If you like what I'm doing here, consider subscribing, commenting, or joining over on Patreon. In the coming weeks, we'll be painting Merry and Pippin and building a model dam for the Ents to attack.